know Maduro is working with the U.S. government. We know that for facts.
Hold on. Okay, hold on. KT. So KT, so if we have somebody that's in the CIA that is allowing him to do it, right? We understand he worked for the U.S. government, but that doesn't mean the government is allowing that U.S. agent to do that criminality. Those are two different things.
No, you're talking about them turning a blind eye. So
wait, hold
on. I'm very specific about what I'm saying. The issue that we are having is that if Maduro is selling it, you're saying the government, you're saying Donald Trump knows that Maduro is doing it because Donald Trump and the U.S. government is all in cahoots with it, rather than saying that it is somebody that have a position of power within the U.S. government is allowing him to do it. Those are two different things.
Well, Sharon, I think the issue here is that we're talking about the small fish.
Before you try to help KT, to give an example of what Sharon is saying, if I'm not mistaken, during the Iraq and Iran war, the CIA was helping fund Iran while the State Department was backing Iraq, and neither of them knew what was actually happening.
Right.
Bingo.
And even under Reagan, Congress was voting one way and saying one thing while the CIA was doing something behind their back. So the government is not just one entity. Everybody is on the same page. It's much more nuanced than that, and that is what I think Sharon is saying.
No,
that
I think
there might
y'all
be
just
people.
Kinda,
all right, dude.
You know that.
I think y'all kind of just skipping the point I'm saying.
All that stuff was illegal.
It depends on what's the current state and what you could do for me, I could do for you. That's all just current. And sometimes people be going past their little breaches of what their agreements be because you know what I mean. It's all it is, bro.
Okay, because like if we could just make it an understanding that do we believe that the U.S. government, everybody in the government was like, yeah, we're gonna give $9 billion away to these daycares, or did they find people that was within the government that say, yeah, we're gonna scam out this $9 billion that the government has. Those are two
and that's what I'm saying. Nobody ever made that conversation. The whole government was there. Like I said, I pointed out one specific point, which is the CIA. I didn't. I said the CIA, and the presidents and them know about it now. So my point is that they already know they've done fucked up shit. Why would you even keep the thing doing the shit?
Right. So that is
insinuating.
That's what again, what you're saying.
My argument is a lot more nuanced than what you can even deal with.
Come on. Absolutely.
Let me give you an example. Let's see people saying.
Bro, we already know I was doing you dirty yesterday on this same topic, Taz. Let's not do that.
Well, no. What we're not going to do is just come to another platform and pretend like just because you got a bunch of people in agreement, you doing me dirty. Let's deal with facts, like y'all couldn't do yesterday. So again,
you was there when people was agreeing with KT.
Absolutely not.
He said it happens. He says it happens.
He's absolutely not.
KT was riding the wave of people that agree with him.
Gotcha. Okay, gotcha.
I don't have an issue.
No, he's lying because I was making comments.
Okay, hold on. We're gonna get back to the conversation. It's okay. We're gonna get back to the conversation at hand. Go ahead. Come on, I don't want to talk about. Let's get back to. Let's just get back to the conversation. Go ahead, go finish substantiating so we can just have the conversation.
So one of the foundational points I was making yesterday was about his wife's nephews, right? Because she is on the indictment. His Maduro's on the indictment, his wife and their son, right? Absolutely. So in 2017, her nephews got caught transporting 800 keys. The U.S. Department of Justice snatches them. They hold them. They go and give a confidential interview in which they tell the DEA that they are running this for Maduro. So that happened in 2017. He gets indicted in 2020 for this. If you acting like it ain't no evidence, you're ignoring the evidence because people have already been caught. They've already told on him. The question is, how would you get him? I'm arguing that's the only way to get him. The indictment was sitting 6 years. The warrant sat 6 years. So when do you get him? Again, I'm just asking. He's going to be got. He's caught. His people telling on him. They snitched on him. So he's got to get caught. When does he get caught? Or does he not get caught?
2017 when they just pulled him over and admitted we doing this with Maduro.
But they couldn't go get it. Wait, no. They couldn't go get him back.
Hold on. Let him build this.
No, y'all literally saying the reason he's getting brought over.
Hold on, KT. Hold on. KT, get back to your original argument. Go ahead.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all saying that he was 12 miles out from the coast, but y'all literally pointing out in 2017, what Tad just pointed out, a nigga in 2017 got caught in America with hella work and said this Maduro shit. So the same basis y'all saying, well, this is why we finally went and got him. That was already established years ago, and that's all I'm pointing out. Because when we talk about the indictments, they bring up the 90s. So they've had evidence since the 90s. All I'm saying is we are knowing and admitting these niggas knew what was going on. They was turning the blind eye for some reason.
Hold on, KT.
When did he lose the presidency?
Hold on. Stop asking questions. Y'all don't understand. Asking questions does not help. You gotta make statements. When you ask questions, they just go and they just make up some other bullshit as excuse. Again, so if it's put out in 17 that we are putting an indictment on and there's a warrant on them. Just because it took us 6 years to get him doesn't mean that we was just saying, hey, just do whatever you want to do. He had a whole organization of situations. I mean, he had a government to back up all of his degenerate behavior and his criminal activity. He had an army behind him, literally. He had cartels behind him, literally. So we started blowing up their boats. We started gathering more information. As we gathered more information, we was getting closer to him. We put a bounty on his head now. And then he started to feel like he was bulletproof.